What's up? This is Empress Leader G coming at you from Divine Intervention TV. Mm. Let me sip my tea. I'm here to do a quick channel message that I received last night. Now, the story of Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. The story of Hansel and Gretel. Now, those of you who don't know about the story of Hansel and Gretel, I encourage you to check it out for yourself. The old mixed with the new stories, however you want to do it. But the firm story is that Hansel and Gretel were brothers and sisters. And as I'm watching it, they were protected brothers and sisters. As I recollect, when I really sit and think, they were protected brothers and sisters. They were divine masculines, divine feminines. They were the chosen ones, okay? And they live with their dad. And they don't speak of, it really doesn't speak of their mom. They had a stepmother. Now, lo and behold, their father was a woodcutter, only making ends meet. When I sit back and I think, whether you lived as a divine feminine or a divine masculine, whether you lived with your mom or your father, we come from hard times. We come from a place of where our parents was making ends meet to take care of us. I myself came from the projects. We lived in low income housing. But my mother did what she had to do to make sure that I had what I needed, not necessarily always what I wanted, but what I needed. But this is the dynamic of the story. And he's a woodcutter. He gets married. He is married. They have a stepmother. Now the stepmother is trying to encourage the father to leave the children in the woods because they don't have enough food. And that they're gonna all starve, and she despised the children. She despised the chosen ones. She hated. Now we come from families that hate us. They will smile and cheese in the face, and they will have dinner, sit at the table. Stepmothers, stepfathers. I had such a hard time growing up with my stepfather. Me and my stepfather could not get along at all growing up. She really, sat and penetrated the father's mind to leave his own flesh and blood in the woods. And this is what occurs with these curses. This is what occurs with having spouses. This is what occurs when you have like I said, friends, family members. Well, I'm just gonna say we're talking about family right now. When you have your mom or your father is sleeping with their husband, their wife, but you don't know what type of entity. They don't know what type of entity is in that husband. They don't know what type of entity is in that wife. And when I sit and I think about it, it's like these entities are purposely seeking you out. They're following you. And we were children at the time, seeking us out, following us, trying to break us down, like literally trying to break us down. So it's like she's sitting there speaking to the husband. He's telling her, I can't leave my kids out in the forest. And she took some time, but she convinced them. Like I said, we've all, as divine feminine, divine masculine, we've been through this where you are shocked at how you were treated by your family members. I mean, mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how we were treated by our family members, those who were supposed to protect us, those who were supposed to be there for us, and they sided with their partner, or they sided with other family members. And they leave the children out in the forest. But the kids were so hungry that night that they never fell asleep. So they hear the conversation, they hear the plot, they hear the plan. You know what I'm saying? And they take the kids out into the forest and they leave the kids into the forest. They leave the kids into the forest, and the stepmother tells them that they'll be back for them. But the brother knew. He knew that they would not be back for them. Now, the forest is a metaphor for us, as divine feminines, divine masculines, chosen ones, being left out in the world, feeling alone. Even if we still lived at home, we felt alone. We felt as if we had absolutely nobody. Just imagine a child being dropped in the middle of no fucking where. You're lost, you're confused. You're trying to figure out, now why the fuck would my father put me in the damn woods? Why? They're sitting in the woods and they're waiting for their parents, and that is so symbolic, because us as children, we have such pure hearts. We have such a divine connection without even realizing it, and we have hope. We have so much hope. No, they're coming back for us. There's no way. There's no way that they're not coming back. I'm her daughter. I'm that's my dad. There's no way that they're not coming back for me. There's absolutely, positively no way. And they sat and they waited. They sat and they waited in that spot, and no one came back for them. No one came back. Now, it stated that they did leave a trail of pebbles, as the parents were taking them into the woods so that they could be able to guide their self back. And like I said, I sit and I think, we've all went back to our houses, tried to gain clarity and trying to gain understanding. Like, let me go back to my family. Before you actually, realize what's going on, it's like you're trying to gain clarity from family members. You're trying to gain clarity from your mom. You're trying to gain clarity from your father, your your family dynamic. And it's just like you're continuing to be rejected. So they found their way back home once it got dark. And the stepmother was upset. The father was ecstatic. Now this is a metaphor for like confusion. I feel like this is a metaphor for, this is a literally witchcraft being done on the parent. You understand what I'm saying? This is like I said, the stepmother and the stepfather, having sex, being one. He's taking on the stepmother energy. The stepmother's taking on his energies. But when you have a weak vessel, anything could consume it. You understand what I'm saying? So we have our parents at one point in time were very weak vessels, and there's entities trying to gobble them up. These entities understanding and knowing that you are divine masculine, you're divine feminine, and you have a purpose. You are here to change things. You are here to create a new earth. They knew this before you knew this. So the father is ecstatic to see his kids, because in some way, shape, or form, he felt bad for what occurred. He felt bad for what happened. But he did it. You understand what I'm saying? The story explains that the father, leaves out the very next day or however many days to go wood cutting. And once again, the stepmother leads the kids out into the forest and leaves the kids in the forest. The brother let down breadcrumbs, but lo and behold, they come to discover that the breadcrumbs was eaten by the animals in the forest. Now, they are wandering. And like I said, the forest is a metaphor for the world. Trying to understand things on your own, trying to feed yourself on your own, still confused at trying to find safety for your sister, trying to find safety for your brother, and you're just lost. You don't know what's going on. But they do come across a cottage. Now, when they come across this cottage is supposedly made of candy. And what is the kid gonna do? They're hungry. They're gonna eat. You understand what I'm saying? So they're eating, and next thing you know, here comes a witch. She comes out of the house. Now, this is supposed to be a evil witch. You understand? Now, if you ask me, this is the same witch as the same entity that was in the stepmother is the same entity that was in this witch that was in the forest. It was a setup. You're just not gonna stumble. It was an illusion. You're just not gonna stumble across a house made of candy. And like any kid, they're looking at this older lady. She's older. You understand? Why not trust her? She's older than me. Now, this witch is a metaphor for people in your life who are literally older than you. You thinking you could sit and hold a conversation with them. You thinking you could tell them things that you've gone through, and they're going to give you good advice. They're going to give you the wisdom that you need because they're older than you. They've lived longer than you. You understand what I'm saying? And you put your trust into these older people. And they're the worst. They're the worst. But these are babies. These are kids. These kids are literally, like I said, divine feminines, divine masculines, our younger version of ourself. Our younger version of ourself that we have suppressed. But we have been through so much. We have been through so much on this journey. And this has been since birth. I'm 38 years old. I have been through so much in my life. But all I can say is, thank God I have my ancestors, my way showers. I know that they are around me. They are here. They're surrounding me. And I could do nothing but rejoice at this moment. But you have to sit and think, these are babies. They don't understand what's going on. They just hungry. They're still trying to wrap their head around the fact that their father left them in the woods. And so the witch comes out, and she's all friendly, and she try to sympathize with them, feeling bad that they was left out in the woods. And lo and behold, she locks the brother in a cage because she wants to make him fat. Now, when it comes down to, like I said, I feel like when it comes down to divine masculine, and I've always I always felt this way. When it comes down to men, they are very weak and very vulnerable. You understand? She attacked him first. So she's like telling the sister to prepare food for the brother, but she's trying to make the brother fat because she wants to cook the brother and she wants to devour the brother. Now, when I sit and I think about the brother, these are divine masculines that are in these relationships. As they grow, they're still carrying that inner child wound, their inner child that has been suppressed, and they're looking for that mother figure, and she has captured them in this cage. Although they may seem free, their mind is blocked, their mind is suppressed, their mind is like I said, caged in. And she's sitting there, she's feeding them. And, at first it may seem good. Like, damn, this woman really loved me. She feeding me. She making me fat. She buying me the nicest and the flyest. I got my J's. I got my PlayStation. Bills. I don't got to worry about bills. My old biddy got me. She got me. I ain't got to worry about nothing. The whole time she's plotting and planning to devour him and to eat him up. Such a that's just that in itself. That in itself is so powerful. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole time the sister knew exactly what was going on. She knew that her brother was about to be eaten. And when I think about the little sister, she is the divine feminine. Divine feminine always knows. It seems as if a lot of the, I'm not going to say all the time, 90% of the time, divine feminines are awakened before the masculine. They already see, they already know what's going to happen to their soulmate, twin flame, divine, however you want to call it. They already know what's going to happen for them. She's already trying to plot and strategize. What is she going to do to help her brother? You have to understand, when we find ourselves connected to people, such as divine feminines, divine masculines, the chosen ones, we have lived in different lifetimes with these other men, with these other women. In one lifetime, maybe they could have been our sister and us their brother. You understand what I'm saying? Genders reverse. They do all types of stuff. That's why when it comes down to somebody saying, oh, you know, I love women, or a woman loving women, that's not none of my concern. That's not none of my business. If you love who you love, that's who you love. I have nothing to say about them. Men loving men or being with men, it is what it is. I have no discrimination on that whatsoever. And so, like I said, you have to understand that we have lived many different lifetimes with our counterpart, and maybe you know, they could have been our father in another lifetime. We could have been their mother in a lifetime, a brother, a sister, a cousin, however it occurs. We have lived many lifetimes together. So she's plotting, she's planning, and she's strategizing, like, what am I going to do? And she lets the witch lets her know, like, I'm going to eat your brother, and basically I need you to boil, you know, a pot of water. And she's asking her, you know, is the pot of water boiled? And she told her, I'm too short. I don't know if the pot of water is boiling. I can't see in the pot. So the lady comes, the witch, she comes and she looks into the pot, and Gretel pushes the witch into the pot and boils the witch up. Now, like I said, when it comes down to divine feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, the feminine aspect seems to know what is literally going on in 90% of the cases before the masculine seems to know. And that is with us praying. That is with us interceding. That is with us sending reversals. That is with us protecting our energy. You understand what I'm saying? And the pot boiling on the stove, that is the metaphor for your protection. Like, this is your protection. She's saying this is the way out. She has to go in that pot. You understand what I'm saying? She has to go in this pot. There's no way my brother is going to be eaten. This lady has to go in the pot. And it gets to the point where we're in survival mode. We're in survival mode because we have so much entities attacking us that we're in survival mode. And when we get in survival mode, it's by any fucking means necessary. Bitch, you gotta go. By any means necessary. That's why I try to encourage people, don't fuck with me. Don't do it. Don't do it, because it's by any means necessary. If I got to slay you in the spirit, you gotta fucking go. You gotta go. There is no love and light. There is no, oh, no, we're just gonna. No, this is that Malcolm X. You gotta go. You gotta go by any means necessary. We have spiritual warfare is so serious. It's so serious. And if anybody has taken spiritual warfare as a game, you a complete and total fucking fool. Spiritual warfare is crucial. Stay prayed up. Stay lighting them candles for your ancestors, your way showers. Stay protecting your energy. Stay grounding your energy. You understand what I'm saying? Spiritual warfare is all around us on a daily basis. They watching us when we don't even you may find that a person's the way that they watch you is a little awkward and a little weird. Like I said, it's so crazy. I notice an entity from a mile away. Yeah, you might be in a different person, but I noticed the entity. You understand? And that's why I said, if you are a true divine feminine, a true divine masculine, you have to stay prayed up. There is no room for weaknesses. There is no room for just allowing and letting things slide. No, you can't. You can't just allow and let things slide. Understand and know, like, this is a true spiritual warfare. Nothing is funny about what is going on. And she pushed the witch into that pot to protect her brother as well as herself, because soon as she would have ate the brother, she would have ate the sister. You understand what I'm saying? And so the story does state and indicate that, you know, she does free her brother. And there was nothing but jewels and money and coins and all types of stuff in the house. And they grabbed some. They grabbed some of this stuff and they made their way, found their way back home. They found their way back home. Now, come to find out, when they get home, their stepmother is dead. You know, and this is how karma works. You understand? You try to take little innocent kids and sit them in the forest. Now your life is done. You're done. You understand? The father is, you know, crying and so happy and rejoicing that his kids are here, because, you know, he loved his kids. But when you're underneath a spell, stay prayed up. Stay protecting your energy. But when you're underneath a spell, you understand? They brought that money back to their father. You know, they blessed their father with their money. They with that money, they never had to worry about how they were going to eat again. And what people fail to realize is that when it comes down to a divine feminine and divine masculine, we are so blessed. We are so highly fucking favored. You spend so much time trying to destroy us, trying to tear us down, when we the bank. Don't let me get stripper syndrome. Stripper mode out this bitch. We the motherfucking bank here. Like, literally. And we the one throwing the money. We the fucking bank over here. And you sending people to try to attack us. You sending people to try to kill us. You trying to fuck up our cash flow. You trying to fuck up our faith. You trying to fuck up trying to shed darkness on our light. You gonna need us. If half these people were smart, they would want to befriend us. But see, they understand and know, well, I really can't befriend her. She gonna know I'm fake. She gonna know I'm phony. I really can't befriend him. He gonna know I'm fake. He gonna know I'm phony. You understand what I'm saying? So this journey is also real. It's also real. And it was just so crazy that the story Hansel and Gretel had popped up in my head, and I was just like, oh my God, I haven't heard of that story in years. But it's a perfect metaphor for what the fuck is going on and this time and this hour. A perfect metaphor. Have no worries as a divine feminine, divine masculine. Yes, we have people who have to try to purposely tear us down, entities that are still trying to tear us down. But at the end of the day, they're going to need us. They need us. They need us. It's so crazy because sometimes when I sit and I look at older people, I don't even look at them as older. I can see their soul. And a lot of these people who their body is older, they have young souls. And we are the ones that we may look younger, but our souls are old. And they need us to come here to wake up, because these motherfuckers is asleep. To wake up the collective. They need us to have a pure heart. They need us to forgive and not take nothing personally. I've seen one of the tarot readers, she had posted up a post about not taking things personally. And that's so true. Not to take things personally, and understand that we are in a spiritual warfare. We are in a spiritual warfare, but have no worries. Because at the end of the day, those family members that counted you out, you understand? When you felt like you was lost, when you felt like you was depressed and stressed, you always had your ancestors and Wayshow was there. Now, when it comes down to Gretel, she didn't know what to do. She's just a little girl. She ain't know what to do. But when the opportunity hit, who you think tapped her on her shoulder and said, push that bitch in that pot? Push that bitch in that pot. It's do or die. Either you gonna die or your brother gonna die. What is it? Let's go. Let's do this. No questions asked. She pushed her in her pot, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes down to our ancestors and Wayshow. Stay connected. Stay connected. We need them in this time and in this now hours more than ever. We need them. We need them. I hope that this message has resonated with someone. I don't give a fuck if one person looks at this video. Stay prayed up. Stay protected. You are blessed and highly fucking favored. They need us. We don't need them. I kid you not. Our friends, our family, our co-workers, ex-co-workers, ex-supervisor, bosses, however, any way that they attacking, because they picking all avenues. Now they just don't pop up in families now. This one in particular happened to be families. They pop up in work situations. They pop up in love situations. This shit is real out here. That's why you have to understand and know who you're around. Are they vibing with you? You understand? Are they vibing at the same height as you? What's really good? Protect your energy. Like I said, I hope that this message resonates with you. Hansel and Gretel. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. My name is Empress Lita G, coming at you from Divine Intervention TV. You have a blessed day. Ashe.